you.
How do you like our new Tongans? Well, I really appreciate working with this group. They really catch on with what we taught in the past few weeks. And it was really, they really caught on to the motions and everything. So today we will start with a sitting down dance, and I'm sorry my band cannot make it. There's so many engagement in PCC, so they couldn't make it here. So I'm going to just sing along with them. They know the words, they memorize them. And then after that, introducing our, well, this is supposed to be a wedding ceremony. Okay, our bride and our groom, Miss Keiki Kalepuna is our groom. Our bride, I'm sorry. Our bride, Keiki, step right in. And our groom is Christian Egdamin. I'm doing a good job, right? And recognize their costume is quite different. This is a traditional wedding outfit. In fact, we have more mats to pile up, but I'm sure the kids won't take that much. So we prefer this. Theirs is made from fine mats. And the ceremony, while the ceremony is on, entertaining is going on. There's a kava ceremony. The kids were introduced to the kava plant. It's not drugs. But it's for a ceremony. Kava is like an oath. The first cup goes to the girl. The groom will deliver it to the girl, and that's their oath for each other. And so, as you see our tapa in Tonga, the ceremony, the more mats, more tapas you have, that shows that you're a wealthy person. And we really don't use it here in Hawaii. First, sing it out. Okay, ready, and go. Ilo, pepea momolanisia, ameli, pepea momolanisia, ketau, tuetea fia fia, pui pui vai sapa he uhila. Ilo, pepea momolanisia, ameli, pepea momolanisia, ketau. Fia fia pui pui vai chapa he uhila again. Ilo pepea momelanisia ameli. Pepea momelanisia ketau. Tue pea fia fia pui pui vai chapa he uhila. Hau ai sola pea moe taka. Unu mai buha keta kawhataha.
fond of playing tricks. One day, Kiji, determined to find out where his father went, he followed him to the mouth of a cave hidden by a dense clump of leaves. He had never noticed the entrance before. He went in cautiously, and finding the path led to the spirit land, he followed it, hoping to come upon his father. At length, when he reached the end of the path, he saw his father digging in a plantation. He crept up behind him, plucking a fruit from a tree. He bit off one piece and threw it at Maui Atalonga. His father picked it up, was surprised to see the teeth marks, and realized his son had discovered him. "Why did you come here?" he said, standing up, leaning on his digging stick. "I forbade you to follow me, for this place is full of dangers. However, now that you are here, you can help me clear this piece of land. But do not look behind you." Kiji was delighted. He started to work and pulled up a few weeds, but soon his curiosity overcame him. Not heeding his father's command, he looked behind him. When he did this, the weeds grew back again, and since he often gave a backward glance, it seemed by the end of the morning as if he scarcely done any work at all, so fast the weeds had grown. When it was time for Maui Atalonga to cook his afternoon meal, he told the lad to go and fetch some fire. "What is fire, and where shall I find it?" said Kiji, somewhat mystified. "Go to your grandfather, and he will give you some," was the reply. So the boy went off and found old Maui laying on a mat by his fire, which consisted of a huge smoldering log from the ironwood tree. "What do you want?" said the old man. He was surprised to see a young lad in the spirit world, and did not know it was his grandson. "I have come for fire," Kiji replied. The old man said he might take some.
In the days of long ago, the great god Maui became tired of the spirit land, and so he decided to go on a voyage in search of adventure. The god took with him his 2 sons, and into his canoe he piled a very long fishing line, to the end of which he attached a magic fish hook. Then they set off to explore the wide Pacific Ocean. Whenever Maui thought there was land waiting to be brought to the surface, he cast his fish hook over the side and let out the line. When he felt the hook strike an object, he told his sons to begin to haul, and they strained and pulled with all their might. The first time, they were alarmed indeed at the great weight of the fish that they didn't suppose they had caught, and they heaved till the sea bubbled and churned around them. Their canoe rocked so violently that they almost let go of the line, but Maui encouraged them and bade them to still pull harder. Suddenly, above the waves, there appeared a rocky island, and then another, and to the surprise of Maui's sons, with every cast of the enchanted hook, they brought up either a bare rock or a beautiful coral island. In this manner, Tonga, Samoa, the islands of Hawaii, and many others were fished up from the bottom of the ocean floor. In those far-off days, the heavens hung so low that they touched the land, and Maui saw that he must separate one from the other so that there might be light for the world. So he propped up the sky on his shoulders and forced it away from the earth and let in the sunlight. There was yet another god called Tongaloa. Looking down from the sky, he saw the low-lying islands that Maui had created, and he threw down among them some mountainous ones. Then, seeing so many bare rocks with no sign of life, Tongaloa planted creepers here and there, and soon every island was covered with vegetation. Then he plucked pieces of creeper and left them to dry in the sun, and after a while a worm appeared in the decaying creeper, and that was the first form of animal life. Then Maui looked down from the sky, where he had returned after his fishing, and, seeing the worm, he changed himself into a bird. Flying down to the earth, he divided the worm into 2 pieces with his beak, and the old legends say that from these pieces grew the first men. There came a time when the men grew lonely, and the gods took pity and sent a canoe full of wives for them. The children who were born became the first great chiefs, and they dwelt among the islands and flourished, and their families grew in the Thank you.